towards in terms of who's going to win this one. I've got Vitality 2-0. Like Hellraisers, like they've got a great roster on paper, but I think like Vitality, like the pedigree they have now, they've been building this team for 9 months. It feels like they're at the point they're not going to be crashing out in the challenger stage of the major.
I just don't see that. I just don't see that happening. I don't see them allowing that to happen. But Hellraisers, they can play spoiler. They can send Vitality home over the course of the next 2 to 3 maps. It looks like it's time to jump into the pistol. Our machine, he's Henry G, and this is Vitality Hellraisers. RPK in eyes with him. I thought he was going to go for something a little early towards Mill. No info gathering just yet from the CTs, but a 4-man stack towards the A site, leaving just 1 man. It'll be Apex responsible for B off the break.
Here we go then. We are off to the races. We'll see a slow approach towards B. 3 players there, bomb down towards T steps. MBK watching towards quad. You can see a 3-man, actually 4-man stack on this side of the map. So Zywo will be trying baiting in. MBK is hiding behind the quad pillar. In terms of utility, we have 1 smoke and a Molotov, both on the utility belt of Angel there, but they're biding their time. They are not rushing this one.
Let's see how they choose to approach this then. A very passive hold from Vitality. They know Hellraisers have to come to them.
He's been a problem so far for a number of teams here. Trying to deliver another kill. He's done some damage, but no frag makes it has much to do. Maybe HE will help him.
MBK's going investigating. This could be first blood for Issa. A couple of shots fired. He chooses to respond on that. Zywo doesn't actually connect his initial adjustment. Backing away though, no bloodshed, and just like that, shut up. And so are the French. 3 quick frags. RPK though takes 2 with him before he goes down. He makes it doable. This is a chewable chunk for Apex. Now 1 versus 2, and actually rather spread out. Nuki though walking through Arch. That could cause a bit of spot of bother. Apex is cognizant of it though. Now pushing on towards the box, trying to catch Oscar, and actually did goosh him through the box. A little bit of wood saving Hellraisers, and certainly saving Oscar.
Yeah, well there it is. It will be Hellraisers picking up the pistol there. A very slow approach. They are waiting for the CTs to get impatient there. And peeking towards Boiler Room, Issa able to swing out, get a couple of frags out. RPK almost steals the round back with 2 frags from the Arch. Remember, Vitality had 4 players in that position. They're ready and waiting. They couldn't deliver the headshots required, and they are going to be force buying in the second round by the looks of things. We have got Deagle's armor and smokes as well. We saw how successful this was earlier in the day, and you can, that was G2 actually. Deagle's 5 smokes and just try and play it like a gun round. Drop those smokes as they're committing and hopefully segregate the offensive from Hellraisers.
Interesting that Hellraisers have opted for so many SMGs.
Well, it's because the MAC-10 just seems to be so in tune with the rest of the game right now. It just seems to be working in every scenario. Even in gun rounds earlier, we were seeing it have great success even at medium range. It seems like everyone's really getting on board with this weapon.
And just to pile on top of that, it's not only the power of the MAC-10, but also I feel like people are getting so much better at the use of their utility to the point now where it is clinical. Every angle can be cleared with those flashbangs. They've got so many to play with. They can just, you can see it. I mean, they're constantly leaving their palms, trying to keep the CTs guessing. Oh, and he actually managed to catch a good little bit of damage onto Apex with that jiggle peek. Nade from Angel. I don't think it's going to catch NBK, given the fact he's boosted up on first orange. 3-2 split for the CTs.
Looking forward to seeing how that's changed once we get to the second match.
MBK, he's the first to make the call. Does he have a nade to respond? He does have a smoke. He's likely going to want to deploy that. This is probably not going to be able to keep Hellraisers back. They could choose to disrespect it, but the time is still present. 30 seconds as NBK is looking to silently change his plans. Hellraisers, 25 seconds. They're lining up a fake B. Who are they going to send in? There's going to be a couple of sacrificial lambs. It's going to be Angel, I think, first on the scene. So smoke does come in response after the rotate. Zai was on his way towards the B site. Oscar's flash and Angel's frag. That's good. Now in towards the A site, they charge. RPK's kept managing to react, at least with a smoke. They tuck themselves in on the site, the 2 of them. But looking from behind, here comes the Spaniard. It's Lau with 1. He's not anticipating a second, though, and RPK's allowed to strike. Bombs in, and RPK's done another. Thinks up Issa.
Yeah, nice damage, but unfortunately won't contribute to a round victory here. 4 versus 2. Apex already down to 27. Zywo will be there, but he's gunning for an AWP, so he doesn't actually have armor. He's fantastic with the Deagle, gives it a go, but feels like it'll be better saving that for the next round. Give him another chance to get those 1 digs. I have to take an eco. Apex might as well save as well. He actually has got the Kevlar. But only 1 player going down. That was Lau. Like you said, RPK did good work. And so, okay, not bad.
That's really nice.
That actually works out quite nicely. You can save the Mac 10 for next round. If he gets 1 kill with that, it's $600 per kill found. That's another reason the Mac 10 is brought out so much. It's so cheap to buy, and it can actually pay for itself with a couple of kills.
Yeah, that's a very good way to summarize it. Yeah, you get 2 kills, you've paid for it, and then some.
Yeah. It's a very versatile weapon. So, like we said, full eco on the agenda next.
We had the AUG Major, now we have the Mac 10 Major. Maybe.
We've had the Tech 9 Major as well.
We did have the Tech 9 Major, yeah.
What else have we had?
Lots of players working it out. We haven't had the DAC Major. We're calling it, man. It's going to happen. Soon the Auto Sniper will find its new lease of life.
I hope so, at least.
Do you?
Yeah.
That weapon. I think it might be the most intimidating sound, hearing that dunk, 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 dunk.
It's so fun to use.
It is. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Still, third round should be simply a formality for Hellraisers, and we'll see how they choose to approach this. Of course, you don't want to step a toe out of place. CT Smoke will keep them at bay, but Hellraisers, they're in no rush to find the third. Yes, they know they have a significant advantage, but you do not want to just step a toe out of line and get caught off by numerous close corners where those pistols, a P250, a CZ, even a Mag 10 that we know Zai brought into this round, can catch you off guard.
Yeah, just 1 kill, he'll be happy with that weapon, but you are absolutely right. Oscar will be tagged as a start there. 2 players in towards the arch. Bomb down at the T step. So they're going to get that mid control and just confirm there's no funny business going on this side of the map. Recover the bomb. And actually the B side is completely open right now. Zywo is rotating over. Remember, he's got the Mac 10, no armor. He has got a smoke still. Yes, so we'll be smoking in towards library. RPK. P250, no armor.
He should be deleted. Actually, Max 10 from 3 of them, and that enables him to make the no armor Max 10 connect. Lau's gone. Quick response though, aim punch and finished by Issa. Good to wrap into B. The bomb's still a little hesitant and makes sense. Just want to clear it out, head through construction. I think that's what they're going to do. And now the CTs are on the rotate. It's got a majority coming from Banana. If he could get this frag, and no, Oscar gets all that information for free. That would have shut down so much. The bomb, the AK, but instead Nuki. He managed to take 2 before Apex silences him, and now just NBK with a scavenged AK will look to keep it and to pull it into round 4.
Well, there it is.
Not bad.
3-0 start on the T side here for Hellraisers. Excellent work. This is their map pick. Vitality need to bounce back here, but nice money for Zywi because he's got $4,000 right now. He's getting more than enough for the AWP going forward.
He didn't fall into that trap of buying armor with that Mac 10.
No, he did not, and he got a kill with it as well. So it all works out. 3 players survived though, however, and 2 of those have Mac 10. So not out of the woods just yet. We'll be interested to see how many Vitality players opt for helmets here, considering they know the Mac 10s are out. We're seeing a lot more helmets in today's game just for this fact alone, because the Mac 10 becomes even more delicious as MBK will be dropped. That would have helped out massively, taking that rifle over. Not going to happen.
Instead, it's going to benefit Hellraisers. They have time to grab it. Upgrade one of their SMGs, and so we continue. The conversion off the pistol complete. But it's time to see what Vitality can do. How much pressure can they put on once the weapons are in their grasp? A lot of people want to see more from Zywu. It's time here in Berlin.
They've come to the right place.
Yeah. 3 FAMAS. And that AWP for Zywu. Looks like a 3-2 split. They're actually going to be throwing a great deal of utility. It's NBK to start trying to support B. Apex is there alongside him. But no damage really done. Hellraisers, they managed to contest this at least a little bit. Nuki on logs. Nuki gets goodness. 2. NBK and Apex, they both had their heads chopped off.
That's really well played from Nuki. We'll see if he can continue this now. Alex still has a chance to bring this one back. Another frag on the other side of the map. Zywo goes down. In-game leader now to defend B. Great work. That's going to be the hat-trick now. RPK detected towards the A side of the map, and that's going to mean they're hard-tailed towards the B bomb site. He'll recover the AK-47, but even with a full array of utility, I'm not sure he can do much of this at all. RPK just looking for some self-preservation at this point. But that's going to be 4-0, Alex. They are running away with this one. 3 players survive again. Their money's getting nice and strong.
This was Vitality's chance to just quickly, silence any momentum that Hellraisers was starting to build. Instead, very big performance from Nuki. He was given, an opportunity, and well, he seized it. So did RPK, though. Oscar presents his head, and now an AWP upgrade for him to try and save him the next. Nuki's not done. Finds himself in library, takes the AWP away.
That's so wild. He just hits two crazy. I hope you get to see that from his POV in the replay, because we saw it from the CTs receiving it. Let's see how it actually went down. Nice shot. He continued the spray the whole time. Connects the headshot and then takes down the player towards spawn as well. Then towards the A site. That is really, really nice.
He's 7-1 into round 5. Very nice to see the stars warming up for Hellraisers. That's a positive sign.
Speaking of stars, Zywo's on the MP9. There's 4 rifles out here, so it's getting a little bit worrying for Vitality, but they're a tenacious team. These are the sort of rounds they can win. Apex trying to get it down towards the B side now. Full spray. Nice damage done. A few more bullets will do it. He does finally connect and get that opening pick. They desperately needed that, Alex. They've got no kits here. Opening kill, especially against Nuki, who did such tremendous work in the previous round, is going to pay dividends. We'll see if Lau can answer back here. He works towards the apartments. Here's the smoke that is triples out towards the hay bales here. Allows him to get a bit of access. RPK looking to respond.
It's a powerful smoke.
It really is.
Molotov and smoke in response. It's just rinse, repeat. Default now for the pit player. Enables him to play around it. He can even cast his eyes towards short if he chooses to. NBK, you can see he's just starting to look for information on that banana. With 50 seconds left, they have rotated in towards A, just that solo B player. It's somewhat of an off angle for Zywu. He's going to try and push on this. He's going to try and get 1 and done, maybe even 2 if he's lucky. That's a great start, and he gets away with it. Now he can look towards the balcony. RPK is there to support him from low pit. Oscar tagged up, not fragged up though. Oscar's so damn low, and he's all alone now. Just a question of time. Zywu might want to get this with the SMG. He does so. It's a double for him. 3 in total.
Wow. So the star player can perform with the SMG after all. Not a problem for Zywu, as he manages to get 3 in total. The opening pick coming in courtesy of Apex there. They had to operate in a more aggressive manner. They didn't have the AWP or kits or a full range of utilities. So pushing down towards Banana has led them to this situation. They get their first round and 3 AK-47s. Now Zywu has upgraded massively. He went up the sniper rifle, but he does have one-tap potential. He's not a one-trick pony. He can use everything. They've got all the grenades they need now. Is this a chance for Vitality to start getting back into this one?
Yes, it is. Nuki with a smoke in hand in case the Molotov does arrive, and then enables him to close that gap should he desire. Needs to land on his nose, under 56. So this has definitely been his protocol, definitely been his MO so far in Inferno. Take the apartment's control, he even did so on the pistol. Now, with the full buy.
Yeah.
Clears it out. They do the same for Banana, getting Nuki up there. Now, that's a little unusual.
All very quiet right now. We're under the 1 minute mark and 5 players triangulating around the B bomb site. They still have 2 smokes, flashbangs. They can Molotov towards Emo as well, and first oranges are required. Apex will drop another smoke down. It's a nice time for it to come as well. You're going to apply lots of pressure. That's to be at least another 10 seconds before they can even consider throwing their grenades. So at that point, you can see it'll be well under 30 seconds. Alex in a prime position. We've seen this a lot this tournament. Always good for 1 kill. And Zywu right is there.
Now only be 3 to defend. Look at the perfect timing. Just as the smokes arrive, so does Zywu. Flashes in response. They're looking to commit to this one. Apex looks for the information. He didn't catch anything as he disappears back into the smoke. Alex is boosted up. It's traded. Angel swinging into the side now. 4 versus 4. But Apex looks to swing. It's huge amount of damage. My goodness. A bit of a team kill as well. Hellraisers, they're so damn low. Lau doesn't really get phased by that. He's just trying to punch in the digits. He realizes he's so low. He's going to have to swing. How does he hit that? Manages to evade the spray from Zywu and goes right for the frag. Just 8 points of health and still gets it.
Well, there we have it. It was enough to get them off the plant. I don't think they realized how low the clock was. As soon as he got off that, there was nothing left, and there it is. Low HP, Lots of frantic exchanges upon the commitment towards the B bomb site, and it will be Vitality winning by virtue of the clock. Frag leaders so far. That can't. Oh, sorry, I was looking at the 2 and the 4. It's 6 and 7, and it will be RBK with 6 and Nuki with 7. He's had some great performances.
Did you see how many letters are in Nuki's name?
I know.
My
There's a
God.
lot going on there. Hellraisers. They will start to be whittled down here, Alex. Deagles and Mag 10s, but 2 AKs.
Okay. Somewhat higgledy-biggledy.
Crazy, love doing this,
But the AKs on Issa and Oscar both can put their team on their back. And they're going to have to for round 7. First map, last series of day 3 here.
More difficulties now for Crazy. Hold this for only so long. It's good to avoid grenade damage.
So the general setup right now. MBK alone towards the B bomb site. He's got the AUG. Don't stare too much on Inferno, actually. He'll be using that towards the barrels, makes sense. And throwing a flashbang down for now just so he can peek over. Meanwhile, Hellraisers working towards middle. Remember, they don't really have much here, so trying to just gain some control towards middle, see what they can do with it. They can fall back towards B. That would actually be pretty prime at this point, considering MBK's situation, but he still has the smoke. 50 seconds on the clock as well. He won't throw that until he detects a serious threat on the other side, and now he's just thrown it in. That hopefully funnels him into this 4-man stack towards middle.
Let's see, so far so good. Alex's smoke's about to clear. Can hear the nades coming in. Zai was going to be the first contact, and now RPK looking to smoke himself off from pit, ready for the contact, and already the bomb's loose in pit. That's a big problem. Nuki going down so early, untraded. Finally, Oscar fills the kill feed with that AK. We said he was a huge factor. 2 AKs, Issa and Oscar. Angel's the one to take the contact. His deagle was so good the last time we watched him play, and it's so good this time. And Hellraisers, they're doing it. It was a bit of a messy buy, but Vitality, they're just crumbling.
All the time again, Alex. They haven't got the bomb. Run, where is it? Run, MBK, run!
Where is it?
It was down the side. There was 5 seconds remaining as well. He could have got out of there. I don't think he realized again.
We saw Nuki drop it. It was
Wow.
awkward in mini pit, for sure.
If he'd have just knifed out and got away there, I dare say he just wins it. They weren't actually aware how low the clock was. Let's have a look now. So, will we see how low it got?
23.
So it's now at 10 seconds, not out of the apartments yet, right? And then the bomb got dropped after that.
Yeah.
They didn't even have it when they killed MBK. They hadn't even recovered yet.
Huge win for Hellraisers, though. That's going to break Vitality.
Yeah, it really is. That's a big round. So they came in, with a single rifle and some pistols there, and managed to make it work. That's a 4 spy and a half, and one that breaks the back of Vitality as well. They'll be an eco themselves, barely even a partial bite. They have no armor, P250s and a few flashbangs. They're going to flash middle, though, and pounce with it. You can see them actually getting ready, posturing towards that position. They're all very close to the mouth of middle. It's just jumping up and seeing if anyone's on the other side there, keeping their range. Oscar's in a prime position if they do try and strike towards middle.
That was like a pure reaction.
Molotov into Boiler. Saiwu has been put up
It's a really bad start.
on towards that ledge. I mean, it's the perfect place for a CZ. You're not expecting some pre-fires from the T's there, but with such limited weaponry, this should just be Hellraisers safe. See if the French can say anything about that. And BK trying to pull them in, trying to bait them into Zaiwu. And already it's gone fantastically. Oscar's doing some of the Vitality work for them. Apex started it, but Oscar clips the head of Nuki, losing 1. And now Alex, yeah, he's got the arm, he's got the deagle, but he's got 4 to find. The bomb's not down, admittedly, and can back away after firing off those shots. Oscar will ensure that bomb is planted, and it looks like Alex is going to try and scarper away to keep hold of that Kevlar.
Yeah, not really many other options to him there. They didn't force into that one, but still not really much done. A bit of damage to Issa and Angel, and they had the 4-man stack towards mid, but well handled by Angels. Gets 3 kills in total, and Alex just holding on to the Kevlar. They'll be buying up next round, so he might as well. It's going to save him $650, and we get a bonus deagle and smoke as well.
What aren't we seeing from Vitality's CT side so far? Admittedly, you know, we have had a couple of sketchy buys from them because of the way Hellraisers have managed to win these 5, but what aren't you getting?
They just don't look comfortable right now. They look quite cagey. Like, we're seeing a lot of panic in certain scenarios, and they're allowing a lot of control from Hellraisers. They're getting mid-control every single time. They're getting mid-control.
Up brackets.
The classic and most default way to play the map is aim for mid-control, get that, push the CDs back, then you go back to Banana and execute when they have no information they can't possibly call for transitional players. So I want to see Vitality look a bit more up for it. They should be confident in their own ability. The way they've played this year and the manpower they have available to them, they should be like running around the map looking confident, like they're heads and shoulders above a team like like Hellraisers, right? We're just not seeing that right now. They look quite cagey compared to their usual selves, and I've seen that throughout this event. Like opening things up on Dust 2 against Simon Gaming, they lost 16-8, right? I didn't recognize that team. They just looked like there was too much pressure on their shoulders, and considering the year they've had already, you wouldn't expect them to necessarily be in the challenger stage, but here they are, and not necessarily showing their best selves.
I think it's perhaps even that conversation that we've had time and time again. That was the Oscar's execution of his teammate, trying to sneak a bullet past Yuki's ear. Didn't quite get that one right. But the point I was trying to make is that the playing not to lose and playing to win is such an interesting conversation. And I can't help but feel when you come in as, and this is new territory for Vitality, I will reiterate, this is a whole new world for them, being number 2 in the world, currently ranked by HLTV.org, but also just being expected to glide through this stage. Then every opponent they've met so far, you know, the likes of Simon Gaming, Dream Eaters, these aren't we could win, these are we must win, we should win. And I think that could definitely play into their mindset, especially when the rounds start going against them.
We saw in the pre-game video that even Angel is aware that he's got nothing to lose here. Everyone's expecting Vitality to win. He knows they're mentally weak at this point, and he's going to try and capitalize upon that. Like every time he can win a Max 10 round or anything with pistols, he's going to make sure he rubs it in. And we're getting into a full commit towards the Apex. It's just about working out, but that spray didn't look like it was going to be handled. But now it's 2 more players on towards that B side. Do Hellraisers want to commit to this one? It's looking quite good for Vitality now. Zywoo's still alive and kicking. He's waiting for his opportunity for players to commit towards the side itself. There's already a player who's guarding. RPK seems to be aware, pre-fires that position, and now we have a 4 versus 1. Much better stuff for Vitality. Actually had 3 players there, ready and waiting. Alex is finishing off. It maybe is a little bit aggressive, but still, they've got the bomb down. Still 3 players waiting.
Definitely gave Lau the chance, and RPK does too. That could be a problem. Zywoo forced off, the bomb straight in front of him. And Lau, by taking that fight, Alex pushing the Molotov, this has gone from a guaranteed 4 versus 1 to a chance. It's a very small one, and MBK ensures it doesn't get too awry and find the 3rd for Vitality. Warming up, doing their stretches. It could be a long stretch ahead of them, actually. I mean, let's not forget, we do have the vetoes came in. We do get to see overpass if we get to 3. Mirage is a 2nd.
Certainly possible. No one's really convinced me right now that it's 2 zeros on the cards, but this is the pick of Hellraisers. Vitality, they sometimes are slow burners, and we'll see if they can bounce back here. They do have the AWP on Zywoo once again after winning the previous round. It's 6-3. Early days still, I suppose. Vitality can come back and win 9-6 still, but it's not looking great so far. Hellraisers had a pretty successful campaign already. Apex aggressive again this one. Still looks difficult, but he's actually managing to make this work now. The last few situations, it looked like he was out of luck, but he makes it work just in the nick of time with the final bullet there. He will fall back, even though he's down to 11 HP. He starts the AK and can rotate back towards the A site, leaving Zywoo in position.
So Zywoo actually just flashed him in, let him go aggressive, get that frag, admittedly a very ballsy spray from Apex through that smoke, committing to it wholeheartedly. That's part of the reason why he's still breathing, but also 10 HP. Now they can leave after that dent made. Zywoo, I think he's going to self-boost up onto that wall. He just saw a strafe off the minimap. Get himself on the half wall. Very powerful angle to be pushed off. Yep. Powerful for a multitude of different reasons, not only an off angle, but also a very tight line towards the stairs, easy to fall off of. You just hit S, just like that, and it's almost impossible to catch you as you retreat safely into the site. It's all about the timing. Zai was chosen to fall off, and Hellraisers go on their way. Tags up here, sir.
All right then, well now they know Zywoo's on this side of the map. Dare they go in. They have a couple of smokes being deployed. The Molotov can go towards new boxes as well. Zywoo positions himself towards Emo. He'll be safe there from the utility as he hits yet another shot. That's Nuki going down. 5 versus 3 now. He's going to hit every single one of these. It feels like Oscar hoping there'll be another opportunity to trade out with him, but he bides his time. 15 seconds remaining, Alex. They might as well just save at this stage.
Yeah, lovely work from Zai. You can see that transitional AWPing. It just goes from wall to take one shot through the wall to Emo to crossing to pillar to new box. He's constantly just flowing. Yeah,
that's how the best of us should be doing it. As soon as you get a kill, you're holding a more defensive line. He's going back towards the bomb sites. It's more of a kind of process because they're trying to just jump out and get every single kill.
By going from Emo to new box as well, but after taking that first shot, if they want to trade, they have to swing wider into the site to find him. I mean, it's actually very well thought through. Love it.
Yeah, he'll always have the advantage. He's got to watch watch one angle, they've got to come in and check 6 or 7 upon arrival, especially when they don't have all the utility. If they had everything, they could Molotov, new boxes, first oranges, even emo, then just focus towards the actual bomb site itself, but they just didn't have that. They had a couple of smokes, and we are going to see a full investment here. This is classic Oscar at this point. Boys, I'll get the AWP out. You get some pistols. Let's see what we can do. Let's have a party.
I mean, Angel's Deagle, I remember the crazy things he was doing with it.
The unspeakable
things. I mean, I'm almost certain he could single-handedly take Banana with that Deagle on day 1 of the major.
Next is in trouble, and Kinky can finish him off. His down.
Let's see if it's as CZ is equally as warm. Quite an early smoke. Didn't look like it's got the full gap.
Just about does it. Kinky with the follow-up again. 2 players dead at B, and that's a rotation of 2 from Crazy. Of course,
Got 3 AKs on that CT side. Vitality, they could really start to build
reset the situation.
into the CT side with that.
Firing into the smoke.
Should they have a couple of clean ones though, and that hasn't been the case for them so far here in Berlin.
And we know that when Otto's warmed up,
Clean, not a word you'd use to describe their victories or failures so far.
A little bit dirty, was it?
Yeah, it's been dirty.
Well, for now, that mid control once again. Once more Vitality, just happy to sit right back there. It's absolutely fine. They know the money is going to be wounded on the Hellraisers side. You can see 3 pistols there, and Oscar, if you don't give him any opportunities, he can't really light you all up. He'll be on towards that B side of the map.
Makes the AWP known.
Indeed.
And MBK about to be tested on long. The smoke will arrive. Angel's Deagle rattling off a couple of warning shots, but they look to accelerate. Straight towards the arch they go. Sywo catches one dipping in towards Boiler, and he realizes that this could be quite the scary factor. The nade lands, the flash does too. He's keeping him at bay. RPK can support, and now he has to. One towards the balcony. Oh, good tap from RPK. Zywoo's there to back him up with a P250. Oscar's AWP, it's close quarters, and it's a start. Looking for a second one towards NBK. The grey screen does reposition. He had a shot. Couldn't quite pull the trigger before NBK gets the best of him. 5-6.
There was a moment there where I thought Oscar is just about a quick scope. NBK's
I had a
to oblivion, and then it's going to all fall apart for them. But NBK shuts him down before he has a chance to reset and get ready for the second shot. But there it is. It's going to be Vitality pulling yet another round back, looking to tie things up here. 6-6 should be happening considering the financial status of Hellraisers here. They're going to bring out Deagles, no armor, pretty much a full eco here with no utility purchase. But these guys are dastardly with those Deagles. We'll see if Hellraisers can light up a few players towards one. This is where the shot normally comes in. Ridiculous 1 Deags towards the top of Banana and from the underpass towards top and middle. But the incendiary will hold them back for now. Zywoo looking towards middle, but doesn't necessarily want to be in that position. This is kind of angle where you could lose the AWP and they can pick it up and snowball with it.
Yeah, and you can see that they just rotate the players in to fill that void. He'll be now responsible for long, safe and sound in library. Also enables him to be the first port of call should he need to be backing up on B. Unlikely given Hellraiser's buy, just 3 Deagles distributed to the harder hitters. Those that had the funds. Zywoo, hard shots to hit, but all eyes on him. Enables Apex to start spraying. Only the 1. Now an AK. Nuki could get caught out. Great work from Zywoo to stabilize. And now the round should be Vitality. He's looking for that equalizer. Still, 6 rounds on the T side, making Vitality sweat. Hellraisers, they've come to play.
Yeah, they really have. This is already acceptable. 6 rounds, that's perfectly fine in the second game. And indeed, it's going to be the final kill coming in as this gets dropped by RPK there. They have 4 players surviving, so their money's starting to really stabilize at this point. Always had slow starts, Vitality, like, I'll say that much. It always takes them a while to get into a map, and that is one of their biggest problems. We talk about their issues generally being losing to pistols.
Yeah, or winning pistol rounds was another one.
Winning pistol rounds is normally coming back to bite them in the arse most of the times. They'll always lose that second round against the force buy. Everyone's force buys against them now because they know they can't necessarily handle it.
Which is kind of ironic given the fact that there's a French flag by their name. It used to be the force by royalty in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, the CZs and Tech-9s back in the day.
My goodness, yeah. Getting flashbacks. Counter-Strike analysts just pulling out their hair.
No one can predict again. Tech-9 rushes, getting all the kills, no problem. 3 players towards B there. Those grenades look juicy.
Oh, wow. Big chunk.
Damage.
Apex, are you okay? Apex behind 2 of them. He's going to line them up and knock them down. That's huge work. Alex's flash enables that. The flash is there to enable Apex to get the steep smoke down. And just like that, B is no longer an option. 3 members still remain for Hellraisers. The round's far from over, but certainly with now a mountain to overcome. No damage done, no information, no access to banana. Hellraisers, they're going to have to pull something quite magical out if they want to find the 7th here.
Well, Oscar's still alive and kicking. He's got the AK-47 this time. Molotoving towards the arch side. He's already thrown a smoke on top of the library area. Now, same smoke we saw before, trying to give himself a bit of wiggle room towards the balcony position. And it's pre-firing towards the graveyard. They have tagged up RPK, but that's about it. They have 1 smoke remaining and 35 seconds. The clock has been a bit of a thorn in their side overall. Issa is not a name I've said too much of so far in this first half.
He's been taking Apps control slowly, lingering around there, but yeah, not too much to write home about because of Vitality's passive take. I mean, they don't really contest. Here they come the nades though. Molotov's going to force RPK towards Mini Pit. Alex with the crossfire established with the tank. And here comes the steps, here comes the flags. Issa just gets the 1 before now there to trade, and that's enough. The double A's, and it is powerful. Alex and Apex find themselves the 7th.
Double A batteries, is that what you're going for?
Yeah, you see powerful? That
It's good.
Thanks, man.
That's at the line of the tournament.
Thanks.
Really
Just squandered that one.
Wow. Well then, that was pretty strong towards the end there. Money not an issue now for Vitality at
This was cool.
stage. Yeah, it was a very cool play. I've seen them attempt that a few times this tournament. That's what I was looking for, Alex. You asked me earlier on, what aren't we seeing? We're not seeing their usual characteristics, which are taking advantages when they've got momentum, they're feeling it, they're actually hitting their shots. Apex loves those sort of plays. Sometimes he's too aggressive. We just didn't see that for the first 6 rounds or so. They were almost too cagey, but now starting to get on their feet. They've forced Hellraisers down to another partial buy here. Deagles, CZs and the like. So with the maximum loss bonus at this stage, they can definitely afford a bit more bits and pieces with the smokes and flashes, and they'll still be able to buy next round of $3,400 coming in.
Pushed up down banana as well, deep smoke. No one was there to contest early from Hellraisers. And Vitality quick to seize that very tight line held by Zywoo. The smoke coming in. It's going to be a double nade, I believe. Yeah, didn't quite catch him. I like the thought process, though. Hellraisers now taking that bracket's control. They haven't committed. The bomb's still loose by bench.
They cover themselves, but there's the trade.
I can't help but feel they're about to try and challenge towards the double A's. Let's have a look. Alex did get flashed off. Waiting for Apex. Yeah, they will check the corner. That's going to be a rifle, but that's also a chance. Now all in towards Alex. He throws the smoke. He realizes he hasn't got time to find a close corner. He's eating the flash. He's surely gone for. What on earth? He's allowed to get 1, but that's still fantastic for Hellraisers. A second rifle as well. Can they get the bomb plant, though?
I dare say they can. That's smoke down. And Zywoo just the AWP. Oh! How has he got that? Just so perfect.
I mean, it didn't look like he had a smoke, didn't look like he had a wall. Still not going to be able to do the second. Oscar repositions to a safer angle. Will get that bomb down. Now an afterplant. Hellraisers, they've got a bit of a broken system. It's a pistol and low HP for 1. They have the Kevlar and they have the rifle on Issa. A boost, perhaps. Where's Zywoo coming from? Yeah, he's already towards construction.
They've made so much noise in this boost, which doesn't seem to matter too much. Although we'll get 1 in return, but he's such low HP, doesn't seem to be a problem in the end. Yes, these rounds are getting close, but we have round number 15 coming up next, Alex. So as long as Vitality win, they still have plenty of cash to make the next round a possibility. So AK-47 picked up, AWP as well, and Hellraisers looking to bring things back in the final round and get the 8-7 scoreline. I remember saying a while ago, they can still come back and 9-6 this. They're actually on track to do so.
Yeah, I mean, it was 6-2 in favor of Hellraisers. Now we find ourselves at 8-6.
I can't believe Zywoo hit that shot, denied the initial plant.
Yeah,
Hadn't he have done that, that could have been a different round altogether. But he denies the plant, buys an extra 6 seconds before the bomb goes down, and his teammates arrive at the scene of the crime, shut it down, and we're into the final round of the first half of the first map of this best of 3 on day 3.
Beautifully done.
You like that?
Yeah.
Been practicing that one.
Yeah, that was beautifully delivered. Now, they are going for a boost. You pull that out once a half. They do so on the last round of their defensive half. Vitality in pursuit of 9. Before the responsibility of attacking is theirs. Smoke on the molly, he's jumping through. Angel, this is audacious. RPK is going to greet him with a smile and a spray, and all of them starting to melt. Hellraisers have only got 2 men left, with still 90 seconds on the clock. It's gone terribly. Oscar tagged up and sent packing. Trying to find an element of surprise. NBK's going to swing out on that and say thank you. 9-6 will be the half as Vitality, they overcome a fantastic start from Hellraisers.
Yeah, really enjoyed that from Vitality. Didn't look their usual selves at the beginning of the half, but they've pulled it right back and starting to show some of their characteristics and traits. We will take a quick break and be back with the second half momentarily.
9-6 on the half. Vitality, they managed to stabilize somewhat on their CT side up against Hellraisers. The first map is Inferno. It's where Hellraisers chose to take it. Let's see what their defense can show for it. I'm Machine, and I'm joined by Henry G. It is day 3, and just a reminder of how this last round did conclude. It was quite an all-in maneuver from Hellraisers. They tried to push through the mid-smoke that had arrived from the CTs and NBK and RPK, and absolutely no worries. Let's see how the second half does shape up.
I can't wait. I'm interested to see if Vitality continue the success they found towards the tail end of that first half. We'll have a look at the buys and see if we can work out where they'll be headed. They've got 2 smokes and a Molotov. Suggests it could be a B finish with the 2 smokes, but it's not certain, that's for sure. They'll be running a bit of a default for now, just holding up and seeing if there's any aggression with the CTs. As RPK, we're waiting for the challenge from Nuki, who's actually playing towards the B side as well, and it's Issa that will take Apex out of the equation before Nuki even has a chance.
Great connection. Now lost a lot of health early. Alex has managed to find an equalizer onto Oscar towards the apartments area, towards Boiler. Now Zai was looking to hunt Issa, maybe the whereabouts known, but from Graveyard he adjusts. Early damage from Apex. He's made it easy for Zaiwu. And easy for Vitality, double digits, that's the pistol. We did see, of course, the Hellraisers boys win their side, their T-side pistol, and Vitality have responded in kind.
There it is, double digits for the French boys. Zaiwu somehow gets his kill in towards the graveyard there. Lau, he was low HP, sure, but he was given a good 3 seconds there to connect the shot. There was a lot of movement, and as we've been saying throughout the tournament, getting shots in the back of the head with the USP, especially when they're moving, can be a little bit problematic. Here it comes, 5 SMGs, Alex. What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, typically there is often a kind of a contingency rifle involved in the buy. Perhaps it's
this
indicative.
Makes me uncomfortable. I'm a bit anxious even looking at this setup.
Perhaps it's indicative of a need for utility for this call. We'll see.
Show some presence, show some noise. 5-7.
Warning shots being rattled into the smoke thrown out by the CT on B. It was not Lowell, actually. He still got his.
30 seconds right.
Yeah, but he is alone. But you're right. He has an incendiary as well, so he's just hoping that he can slow them down as long as possible here. He can buy himself up to 20 seconds plus. And if he does start deploying it when they commit, 50 seconds on the clock now. So you want them to group up as a 5-man unit here. You don't necessarily want to see anyone running in by themselves, especially when you've got 5 SMGs. You don't necessarily have the power behind these weapons. You want to get stuck in with a few basic smokes, trade out the kills, and we'll see if that's going to be working out here. Flashbang out from Zaiwu towards Quad. His teammates looking towards the arch side, and you just want to see a death ball going in together. But Oscar, he can be.
I'm getting nervous, Henry.
Eagle.
25 seconds. He starts to push towards danger. He can take a couple down. That's the bomb. Loose. They will recover it, and perhaps they start their charge towards B. Lowell's already rotated in, and they do. Straight towards Speedway, and they have to do it fast. 15 seconds. Lowell could hit a destabilizing dink in the back of her head. It's not looking great. NBK managed to turn around in time with the MP5.
Yeah, the CZ is a fantastic weapon, but not necessarily that great. Ken's getting it done. Now, what's happened there?
I have no idea, Henry. We'll have to see that one in the replay, but great work from Nuki. Long-range Mac-10, taking a leaf out of the Amanek playbook, and this is big from Hellraisers. Issa's connecting. RPK took a little too long with that one. They know exactly where he is, and the damage was done. Nuki adjusted. Issa on towards the bomb now. Trying to draw him off it. He manages to do just that. Low health and converts. Surely RPK can play the time here, and he does.
He won't have a kit. No RPK will be aware of that. Oh, RPK.
What is he trying to draw him out? Gets around the corner just in time. This is such an interesting 1 versus 1. Now he's recovered the kit. RPK can swing, and that's just taking his time with that one. Oh my god, why are my palms so sweaty? That should have been such a gorgeous game of Counter-Strike.
What you get with Vitality. I think that's the first, second round they've converted. It's a round of applause for everyone. I'm joking, of course, but that was like so tense. That's the force by. Like today's game, it's understandable. Like it's not as easy as it used to be. Like everyone's got so good at playing Inferno with the Desert Eagles and the smokes. You can see the great shots that Hellraisers were connecting there, and it comes right down to the wire. RPK in a 3 versus 1, just to note that. And they did have a kit right at the end, so he had to swing out on like 10 HP. He made that work. That's a fantastic round from him, and Hellraisers tantalizingly close. I'll be frustrated with that one, as we will see now just some pistols. P250's Desert Eagle for Issa, and a chance for Vitality to go up 12-6 here. Damage done though, never out of the woods when a couple of Deagles are out. We'll see if RPK and his map control is enough to shut down this B bomb. So we have two players waiting on the other side. That's Lau towards CD spawn and Angel on the side. They do have a smoke, so there's always a chance there.
RPK, 18 frags, you saw it highlighted there, and wow, pushing through the smoke. They want to do damage, they want to just get ahead of this pace, ahead of the smoke. Good spray, but not good enough. Finally, Lau does go down, and so does that bomb. One close though, could contest. Could put some bullets through that smoke and does so. Nothing connecting just yet. Hellraisers, they are not really equipped for this retake. Just want to try and take any fight that they can be given by the CTs. For now, the smoke's still plumed, and they back away.
Well, there we have it. 3-0 conversion for Vitality, just what they needed after a bumpy start in the first half. They were, 6-2 down, and managed to pull it all the way back to 9-6, and a fantastic start here on their T side. Remember, this is the pick of Hellraisers as well, so they can keep this up to something quite great here. 3-0 confirmed, but the full buy for Hellraisers coming out next. They'll be able to bring out Oscar's AWP. That's obviously where they'll be aiming towards.
10 rounds in a row from Vitality.
Yeah, that's a good point.
10 rounds in a row.
Been some tense ones as well.
Very, very tense. It's been great. See Zaiwu has having no issues with that MAC-10 as he continues to pocket all of the money. There's no better player to have all that additional funds for the grand scheme of this game, this map here on Inferno. Hellraiser's choice. So let's see now the full buys in, if they can justify it. No interest from Vitality in an early banana presence, and understandably so. There's somewhat of a nuke being thrown from the CTs into that early banana. Instead, quite the early presence, posturing through apps, and relatively quick at this, 90 seconds, and they're already considering some contact. Molotov thrown to Issa. They're not going to be ready for that. Alex descends from the heavens, and now so does Issa. Drops off the balcony to support, and he's doing a fantastic job. Hellraisers, they're not ready for another. Zaiwu's double. He's come out with a triple to open up the A site now. And RPK's positioning is rewarded. Angel shut down, just Lau.
What a fantastic recovery from Zaiwu.
Saved them.
It looked so good for Hellraisers. They had everything. But Zaiwu still alive and kicking. He turns around on its head, and wow, was such a difficult prospect. No kit, and Zaiwu just challenging everything, it seems. He gets 4 in total. That's going to be 13-6. Money is sent down to the doldrums once again. Nuki's not even thinking about it. Before freeze time even started, he had a FAMAS in his hand. Straight in there.
He knows what he wants.
Purchase. His teammates haven't bought yet. He just went straight in the auto bike key and smashed it down with the FAMAS armor.
Zaiwu.
So his teammates aren't even buying here, so he might have jumped the gun a little bit.
Quite literally.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I like it.
I didn't really, but it does work.
It certainly does. 13. They're running out of chances now for Hellraisers. We said they would have to prove themselves from the 4 buy in the round prior. Now having to work with this. Oh, this could be an opportunity though for Oscar to give his team a step in the right direction. Doesn't work out. Aggression in apps. NBK meets him with the headshot. Making plenty of noise up towards the brackets. Nuki's going to be able to hear that, especially with his ear close to that wall.
Yeah, the round before. Range, the range of the rifles and so on. Yes, it's a turn with a
There is a somewhat of a split now coming in from Vitality.
Well, they've got the full control again. This is
Nice
looking
patience.
so good for them. They've got mid control. They've managed to get a couple of kills there. They've lost one in return, but Zaiwu makes up for that. He really is operating like a one-man army at this stage. B is open, and I think the fact they've received one of those kills towards the A side, they might as well just go in together. CT starting to realize it. The race is on. RPK will be leading the charge here, smoking towards spawn, and wait for his teammates to join him, and in they go. Zaiwu, no HP. But I'm not sure the CTs can even do much with this. They might as well just save what they have, right? Because they can actually get that FAMAS. They've already got armor, and they've got an AK-47. Much better than just going in and dying.
Yeah, certainly. You've got to play for that grand scheme.
And the Krieg found, so that's great. That's much better. Now they're going to have everything they need the next round. Like we saw in the game before, Inferno is never over. As long as you just can get the gun round out, win a couple of rounds in a row, this is their pick. They can still come to life here, and hopefully Zaiwu doesn't get a quad kill against them. They can certainly pull this one back. Inferno has had some absolutely monstrous comebacks, even just this year, if you wanted to look at that. So it's never over. And Vitality, at this tournament aren't necessarily known as closers. So,
Sure, but I mean, for an 11-round streak,
yeah.
they really have been killing it
From Bananas doing
after that early deficit.
Toronto has to come every
If they were 6-2 down and come back and win 16-6,
Yeah. I mean, it's fast becoming a
That's a
reality,
statement.
Henry. It is fast becoming a reality. The CT side did start to really hit their stride, and now into the attack. The bye will be fine for both sides, and Hellraisers, they've got 2 chances.
Break the bar half of it, though. Very bizarre.
well, there's the conversion so far. You can see the 2 blue dots on the right of the screen. That's the Hellraisers playing surviving the previous round. So they managed to get AK and a Creek. So that saves them some money. Money not really the biggest problem they have right now. They've got to focus on just winning these rounds as cleanly as possible. And as we'll see, a double grenade down towards the bottom of the middle. RPK to Nuki. Okay, this is him done for.
Fully flashed, he walks in, and Zywoo takes them both down, just like that.
brutal.
28 frags from Zywoo. Certainly
Yeah.
has awoken.
That's insane. I'm interested to see whether they flashed that preemptively, knowing there was a possibility, because it was absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
He couldn't have been more blind.
And he certainly couldn't
fully
see it
committed in
coming.
second middle. He just like, you might as well kill me, guys.
It's a
I'm
death
done.
sentence, isn't it?
I'm
Yeah.
out.
Hands off the mouse and
Yeah.
keyboard. All right,
Just,
full blind. I'm in second mid. The round has just started.
Oh, Zywoo's killing everyone.
Fair play. The double kill as well. No chance for a trade because Angel goes down immediately after.
Well, Oscar can bring this back, believe it or not, because that'll be a little bit. Oh, that's the kind of shot you'd imagine he hits.
He's actually willing to take another chance, and actually it works out perfectly. RPK goes down, he still stands. He does not want to forego this. He wants to take those 3 fights he's been given. Apex does fall. Oscar, though, having to cower in the sandbags. The Molotov isn't touching him. He could try and get another. He said Oscar could save the day, and he has. Makes it doable. It's a 2 versus 2. The smoke will arrive on CT, as will Issa towards B.
I'm also sure that's Oscar saving the day or Vitality. Just when he misses that first shot, I'm like, that's Oscar. Let's get the hell out of here. Like, he's missed a shot. That's a blessing. Let's not give him any other
hell out,
shots. Like, we know he's there. There's 1 player left. Let's just go out of here. Let's go towards A. But either way, they should still be fine. Issa doesn't look completely comfortable. The Molotov behind him, he was pretty much screwed there. So there it is. MBK. He'll be chiming in as well. Zywoo with another 3 kills, Alex, just to note that.
The multi-kill rounds for him. I'm going to check the stats in a moment. First, I want to see what Lau can do with this 1v2. Nice reaction, but Zywoo continues to stabilize. Is that 4?
Yeah.
He's got himself a 30, round 20.
Yeah. That's so nuts.
My
30
goodness.
kills and 8 deaths after 21 rounds of play.
If ever there was a time for the star of the show, here it is. Let's see this again.
He was seeing stars.
He
at that point.
was. Zywoo's POV as well. They're all completely and perfectly flashed. He just had to go ahead and
I
collect.
didn't look who threw it at that point. I should have been paying more attention instead of making jokes. But there we go.
All
I
good
wanted
in
to
the
see
hood.
who did the flash.
But as I was saying, yeah, if ever there was a time for Zywoo to truly find that star power, it's on the elimination game. One of these teams will have their major dreams crushed.
That was the most important thing happening.
1 win, 2 losses.
This would be one of the craziest comebacks this tournament. 6-2 down.
6-2 down,
16-6.
16-6.
And now, this is the Vitality you want to see, right? This is the team that are considered the second best in the world. And they all play like this, which we haven't seen so far this tournament, I'll say that much. But when they're in this sort of mindset and Zywoo's just let off the leash, Apex is finding his confidence with aggressive plays, his sprays are connecting. It's beautiful.
RPK and Zywoo have 50 frags between them. Like, that's nuts.
Disgusting.
50 frags? I'm pretty sure that's not far from the grand total from Hellraisers.
Yeah. Okay then. Bare bones utility on the CT side. Oscar's AWP is out and about. He is one of the top fraggers here. It's actually Issa at the very top with 14 and Oscar and Nuki with 12 apiece. No one's really dropped off on the Hellraisers side. They haven't necessarily done anything wrong. It's just Zywoo, unfortunately, he's got to godlike mode. He's not being knocked out in the challenger stage. He's making sure of that. He's like, you know what? Making sure we'll get through this one, boys. I'll drop a 30 bomb. We'll win 21 rounds and we'll go from there.
Alex looking to make a leeway in towards B. He's actually flashed himself straight into the jaws of Oscar as he pushes towards CT. The pushes do continue. Hellraisers, they're looking to finally break this one. Not letting the dream run. And like this, it's perfect hole. Nice double kill. Issa and Nuki with the crossfire established on A. And Hellraisers, for the first time in, let me get this right, it was 6-2, 13.
Yeah.
13 rounds in a row from Vitality.
I feel like the damage has already been done at this point. Yes, they've stopped that streak. That's pretty much all they've done.
It's something.
It's something. You're right.
And they should likely to pick up this one actually as well. Take a look at Vitality. Just 1 round is all it took.
Problem is, when Vitality have this sort of buffer, even these sort of rounds are possible, you know. Deagle, armor, all the utility.
Do something naughty.
Yeah, you could just go to an Apps Rush or something like that. We'll see what they've got in mind.
They're actually sending an additional player for that utility early on B, perhaps anticipating something quick from Vitality. Oscar, that nade, I think, actually could do a great deal of damage. The Molotov's there as well. NBK's burning. Already they've lost Apex. Oscar to be tested. It plucks from RPK on the strafe. Great work as they hold this one down. Not just yet, they say. And so 15-8. Hellraisers, they have got 0 margin for error now if they want to even contest. And the timeout called by Vitality. It's time for the chat.
The big chat.
Right, how do we close this out? No silliness. I'd just like to get this map done and let's start talking about Mirage.
Which is their pick.
It's their choice.
If anything, well, remember they had that 15-0 lead as well earlier in the tournament. That's their map. They are more than comfortable on that one. So we'll see if that comes through. It's their first tactical pause of the game so far, and it's a good time to do it. The money, sure, they took a partial last round, but they maybe spent a bit too much. It's going to be more of the same, I think, in this round. So 15-8, maybe 15-9. Hopefully not double digits. That's normally a bit of a
warning sign.
Yeah, a breaking point for a lot of teams in terms of the old mental game. But Oscar, lovely sequence from him. If Mirage coming up next, even if they don't win this map, like he's a fantastic Mirage player. And when he was on Mouse Sports, he was one of the best on that map, especially working towards B on the T side of the AWP. So him getting warmed up, every round you let him get into that zone, it could be troublesome going forward.
Can't hold that line for too long. Has to be worried about second middle. Just accordingly, RPK, he's standing. Oh, and fragging on Banana. There's a second on the sandbags. He still managed to get some damage done to Lau. Great work. With a little. Alex ensures that smoke is picked up from his fallen comrade. That's becoming a skill in itself, is finding those safe spots, knowing, identifying how the nade trajectories and the Molotovs.
Yeah, this is the one event I've really noticed that. These players seem much more in tune with the Molotovs on the floor right now. They know the exact spot they can stand in, not to take any damage, and they actually find themselves little sneaky angles they can hold when the CTs think they're clear. So yeah, I have definitely noticed that as well. It seems like it's a different sort of mindset. Instead of avoiding them at the play, get as close as you can without taking the damage.
Because, I mean, you can see over them, and it does obscure your enemy's view.
Well, yeah, the incandescence of the flames will actually provide a veil for you as well. If you can get that close, it's difficult to even spot the players behind.
Incandescence will provide a veil?
Yeah.
All right, Henry. Didn't realise it was Shakespeare month.
GCSE English right there.
Bloody hell.
Gotta be, so.
Nice, man. Me too. We have so much in common. We should hang out sometime.
Well, I'm busy this week.
I didn't say I was your friend.
Colleague, sure, but...
Yeah, you know, we spent some time together, but...
Yeah.
Anyway, 15 seconds, they're running out of time. Actually, he's getting caught by that Molotov. Nice work from Lau. He's going to fall to the Molotov. 9 seconds, and Vitality now have the site. They have weapons, and they have that bomb down in time. Of course it would be with weapons like that they break into the site. Oscar and Issa on the retake. Will this really be how it ends for Hellraisers on the first map?
I think it might be, Alex. You got Oscar coming in from the ruins here with the AWP. Issa with the AK-47. They have got kits, but no targets to hit. Oscar gonna have to check absolutely everything. Doesn't detect Alex. I think he spotted him. He'll get the kill first. Nice. Zywoo gets his teammate here. 2 no-scopes required. Not going to happen. There it is, 16-8. Vitality was 6-2 down, and they absolutely run over Hellraisers in the second half. That bodes well. That looks much better for Vitality. Not only was that opponent's map pick, they were down in the deficit, they didn't crumble, they didn't have to take a lot of pauses, they just waited for their opportunities to come in on the CT side. They got it back together, 13 rounds in a row, and didn't have to get right down to the wire to close it out. That's going to feel good. They're going to be in a good place after this game.